maybe will make the difference again.
Captains are there with Sasha Stegemann. On the left, Peter Gulacsi. On the right, Mr. Freiburg himself, Christian Günther. Should also mention Sören Sturks and Christian Gittelmann will be the video assistant referee and his assistants. Berlin from the air, but it's down on the ground where it's going to get most interesting over the next 90 minutes. It might be more, it might be extra time, then it'll be 120 minutes. And if it's still level after that, it'll be a penalty shootout. Let's hope it doesn't go that far and one of these sides can win the 79th DFB Cup.
It will be interesting how both teams start with pace, intensity, maybe high pressing. Look forward to that.
They've both got the firepower to give us a game to remember. They just don't want a game to forget, either side. The 79th DFB-Pokal kicks off with Leipzig in the white and red, kicking from left to right. Today is when history's going to be made. One of these two sides is going to win the cup for the first time. Leipzig with experience of losing in the final, but for Freiburg, this is their very first visit here. A massive, massive day. A massive, massive game for both sides. I'm Phil Bonney. Joining me today, Stefan Freund, former professional footballer and lover of the sport in general. It's a massively big day, and I think I've used the word massive about 20 times already, but it's just huge, isn't it?
Exactly, and enjoy every second. And we are all involved in a fantastic football day. It's like a party. The supporters are coming from Freiburg and Leipzig. Berlin is full of supporters, and of course the game here live is our job to bring it over to you, to the cinemas in the world, and I'm really enjoying goosebumps. And Leipzig are already the team more in possession.
Well, they do enjoy a lot of possession this term in the Bundesliga. Only two sides, in fact, with more of the ball. Nico Schlotterbeck already getting into action, sliding in there in front of Emil Forsberg. And we might see them do a lot of that today. Hansi Flick, the German national coach, in the centre of your picture there, will be keeping an eye on more than one player out there today. There's some internationals coming up. And no injuries will also be very important for him today. But both sides will give it their all. Klostermann crosses it in. It's headed away. Roland Soloy. Oh, that was a bit of a late tackle there on Grifo. Stefan Freund waving his finger at me. No. You disagree?
You see, because Grifo stands up straight away because play the ball, no foul.
Well spotted. Andre Silva. Klostermann coming back from an offside position.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing tactically. Klostermann is in on the right side, and he keeps the back free and moves Henrichs over to the left side. That's for me a little bit surprising. Of course, Henrichs can use both legs, but Angelino is stronger, a little bit stronger when he goes forward, and especially with his left foot.
No, those crosses are devastating. Also interesting, Christian Streich, the Freiburg coach, has today gone from a back four that he played the weekend into a back three. Manuel Gulder's fit again.
Yeah, thank you to mention it. And that's understandable too, because Kunku, Silva, maybe later they will change to two strikers. Forsberg likes to go forward. So overall, first in the final, be solid and strong, defend well, and he did it a lot of times in the Bundesliga. And I think both coaches sometimes changing from a back three to a back four and back again.
Philipp Lienert with the ball to Nico Schlotterbeck. Now, Vincenzo Grifo. Real fan favourite. Nicely worked. Grifo again. Well, that's a little taste of action for the Leipzig back line.
Yeah, good defending from Henry. He's coming inside. Really important. Sometimes as a fullback you have to drop a little bit deeper to support your centre half. He is on the ball.
There's stop in play. Cuckoo on the floor. Leipzig can't afford to have anything happen to him. And immediately the physios are on. You just got walk straight into
very strong from Höfler, yes, and is looking for that contact, and Nkunku couldn't see it, so that's why it's really painful.
Christian Streich in his 396th game in charge today, and this is my stat of the week this
already.
week. It's the 396th professional game for Leipzig today. That's including Division 3, 2, 1 and cup games and international games as well. So that's the number of the day, 396. Not that that's going to impress Domenico Tedesco much. He just wants one game today.
No, but I'm impressed. Congratulations.
These two sides promoted together back in 2015-16. Both seen a lot of football since then. Leipzig have really established themselves as a top third of the table sides. Samarkand slips as he clears the ball, but Silva, well, he looked as if he'd won the ball, but this time it's a free kick for Freiburg.
Yeah, good defending from Höfler here, using his body, and there's the foul.
Played each other twice in the Bundesliga, of course, this season, and on both occasions it was a 1-1 draw. They were neck and neck as well for the final Champions League place after both suffered a bit of a slump, but Freiburg slumped further. They will be playing Europa League football next season, however, and the fact that these two sides are both in this competition means that there will be 8 German clubs from the Bundesliga in international competition next season. Frankfurt, of course, qualifying for the Champions League. Very nearly dropped nicely, and it'll be a first corner of the game for Freiburg. And that means trouble for Leipzig, because Freiburg are the set-piece experts in the Bundesliga this season.
Yeah, and so much quality in the air with Schlotterbeck, Gulde today, Lienhardt. Höhler looking very strong. 9
goals from corners in the Bundesliga this term.
And of course it's Grifo. He can make the difference.
Needs a good delivery. The referee has brought play back. I think they'll get to retake that one, Stefan.
Yeah. I think there was something. Henrich is going down
very easily.
Yeah, too easy for me.
Grifo, same procedure. Curling ball, it was headed towards Schlotterbeck. Now this is where Freiburg have to be careful, because Leipzig are the counter-attack kings this season, and they're going to need to keep a watchful eye on that. The cover there from Lukas Kubler was very necessary.
And there was, I think, an option for Leipzig to play over the left side. I think Nkunku was completely on his own. The pass to Forsberg wasn't good enough.
Blocked the run of Salai.
Good work from Solai. Not out the ball. Good touch, and then there's the foul from Klostermann.
One of the players that Hansi Flick will be having his eye on today. Germany international. Another chance for a delivery. Will it come from Christian Günther? Or will it come? Well, will it come at all is the question. Referee Sascha Stegemann has gone across to split things up again. Willi Orban complaining about the loud whistle in his ear. He scored the equaliser at the weekend against Bielefeld, the goal that actually took them there to the Champions League place.
He can make the difference. Set pieces Orban. So Grifo or Günther?
It's Grifo, and it's not a brilliant one.
No.
Straight into the first man. Needs to lift it a little more if it's going to cause any problems. Oh, flag stayed down. Oh, big chance. Lucas Höhler should have done better, but the flag did go up in the end and it wouldn't have counted, so not so much a let-off for Leipzig, more a saving of blushes for Freiburg.
Yeah, but it's a good option for Freiburg. Play ship balls behind the three centre halves, especially behind Orban. Then you have the option to run into.
Neither sides have ever won this competition. The trophy cabinets are pretty bare in terms of major titles for both of them. Leipzig, of course, have been here twice in the last 3 years already. 2019, they lost to Bayern 3-0. Last season, they lost to Dortmund, also by a 3-goal margin. 6 of their starting 11 were in both of those last 2 cups. Do you think that's going to stand them in good stead? They're going to know what the disappointment was like to lose the final here in Berlin.
Yeah, and moments will come that when it's tight, you have the experience already. You know what you have to do, especially when you're under pressure, to come out of that pressure. And of course, that shows how good they are in the cup competition.
Good ball from Solai. Kubler. Höhler made a forward run. Kubler's opted to go back. Well, it was well stolen, but first touch was a bit heavy. Konrad Laimer. Kevin Campbell putting out wide to Marcel Halstenberg. Campbell gets it back again. He's just extended his contract with Leipzig by another year, which is good news for them next season. And it does seem that Christopher Nkunku is not going anywhere at the moment.
Yeah, he's the key player for them, involved in so many goals and assists.
And of course, he'll be playing Champions League football if he stays with Leipzig next season. Forsberg. Laimer. Campbell trying to surge through, and they're double teaming him there, 2-on-1. Halstenberg. Silva winning the throw. I beg your pardon, Benjamin Henrichs winning the throw. His career got turned around quite dramatically by the introduction of Domenico Tedesco. At one point, he was complaining about not getting any game time.
Yeah, and he's not the only one. I think that was the key why Leipzig is successful under Tedesco. Gives the players confidence back, using all the players, lots of rotation, because they have a real strong squad, 22 players on the top level. And it's always good for a coach when you're playing in all competitions to switch the players or to change the players. sometimes you need a little bit more rest.
Silva's header. Forsberg trying to lay it off. He got a bit of a fortunate bounce there. They haven't cleared it, but they've blocked it, and that'll do. Freiburg a little bit wobbly there. Flecker couldn't keep hold of the ball.
Yeah, 1-2 with Höfler.
Certainly wasn't what Forsberg was trying to do, but it worked out very nicely for him.
But not the best angle. And then the second chance, difficult to be on target.
First corner of the game, I think, for Leipzig. Something that they've worked on by the look of it. And Kunku. Orban was waiting to fire a shot in, but they took it off his toe just in time. I'm not sure that was quite how they were expecting that to work out, but it nearly brought dividends.
Yeah, if you analyze the opponent, you know what they're doing on corners, so then you have to surprise sometimes with something new.
Liebe Fans aus Freiburg, wir bitten um Ihre Beachtung. Dies ist das deutsche Pokalfinale und wir wünschen uns für diesen großen Pokalabend einen würdigen Abend. Bitte unterlassen Sie das gefährliche Zünden von Feuerwerkskörpern und Bengalen aus dem Zuschauer. Sie wissen, welche dramatischen Folgen Bengalis haben können. Denken Sie vor allem auch an den stürmischen Wind heute. Denken Sie an die Kinder hier im Stadion.
Grifo putting it wide.
Vielen Dank.
Misunderstanding. Klostermann putting that back into the centre. That wasn't the best of ideas. Both sides feel that that should have been their ball. It's become such an important man right in the middle at the back for Freiburg of late. A stumble from Sholai, I don't think that'll impress the referee at all.
Let's have a look at the replay. Sholai against Simakan, no offside. Good ball behind the defense. Yeah, there's contact from Simakan. Let's look at his hand. Is a foul. I can understand, Streich.
Well, Christian Streich is not one to sit quietly on the touchline too much. Very animated. Höfler. At the moment, nearly 20 minutes into the game, it's been very even. Possibly the slightly better chances fallen to Leipzig. But as we saw in the Bundesliga, they're very evenly matched. 2 1-1 draws. Freiburg starting today with just one change to the team that lost 2-1 against Leverkusen last weekend, that pretty much saw off their Champions League ambition.
And of course a clear defensive move. Attacking midfielder Jong off and goal to the centre half in. So that means for me, okay, we are the outsiders first, we have to defend, especially the pace from Kunku and the quality of Silva and Forsberg behind.
And of course, we mustn't forget that they've also got players like Soboslai and Dani Olmo,
yeah, and Pausen options.
And of course, Josko Gvardiol, always a threat down the wing. And Helinho, we mentioned earlier, This is what most people have been saying about Leipzig this season, that the quality of their squad is immense. Günther. Oh, there's room in the centre. First chance. Freiburg score. Their first real shot on goal. Maximilian Eggestein is swamped. There's protests to the referee from the Leipzig players. But it seems that Freiburg have the leads.
They talk about handball, Phil. Let's have a look at the replay, because if there's a handball before the finish from Eggestein, let's have a look. The VAR will be involved.
They certainly are checking.
A very good ball from Günther.
Well finished as well. Chose his spot and just put it there.
Look at there. There's the handball from Scholley. I think that goal will be disallowed.
Under the new rules, that's a hefty touch, but it springs up. What's his intention?
Yeah, but he is controlling the ball with that touch. It will be interesting. Not an easy decision for the referees.
The referee has awarded the goal. Under the new rules that were enforced this season, when a ball springs onto the hand at close,
unforced, yeah,
and the hand was not in an unnatural position, and it wasn't the goal scorer. If it had touched the goal scorer's hand, it would have been disallowed. But the goal stands, and Freiburg are in front.
Yeah, and the finish from Eggestein deserved the goal, no question. What an outstanding finish into the corner.
Well, Maximilian Eggestein has been making inroads into the Germany national side. No better way to get yourself noticed by Hansi Flick than scoring a goal in the cup final. Scholley. A little slip.
So with the first chance, they're 1-0 up. That's what you want in a cup final. Using your goal-scoring opportunities. Great finish.
And now Leipzig are going to see it all sliding in front of them again. It's happened to them a couple of times, not only this season, but in past cup games. What I will say, though, 21 minutes gone. It's still early. They've got time, and they've got the quality to come back from here.
Definitely, and I think that will make the game even more interesting. Because now Leipzig have to start to play with a little bit more risk. Maybe later second half, but they're under pressure now. And we all know in possession, Freiburg is one of the best teams, so they can pass the ball from the back.
It's just how Leipzig are going to react now. This is where this game will completely pivot on. Only his third DFB Cup goal ever, Maximilian Eggestein. Last time he scored in the Cup, it was, of course, for Werder Bremen. Leipzig need to hold their line. They need to get their heads clear and do what they do every weekend.
No, they will. They have enough experience, no question about that. But, of course, it's a shocking moment. I've been in that situation. So when you go 1-0 down in a big game, it takes a moment.
A 25th Cup game for Maximilian Eggestein today, and he's crowned it with his first Cup goal for Freiburg. Freiburg fans away to my right. Let out a big ooh there as Christopher Nkunku got the ball. Nkunku tried to lay it off. Now the chance. Halstenberg should have shot. Left it for Silva. Oh, they've let in Nkunku! Off the ball! It does not back. Absolute this is his last game for Freiburg. He might, with that, have just saved them the cup. It's a long way to go yet, but how important might that have just been?
Did you see his reaction? He knows that's an equalizer. I think it was Lienhardt's individual mistake to play the ball back to the goalkeeper, and Kunku was already in that position.
We've got a cup game on our hands now, Stefan. It's end-to-end stuff at the moment. Leipzig must be thinking, oh, not a third time. It's always third time lucky, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And of course, that's the difference. First chance for Freiburg goal, first chance for Leipzig, or maybe the second after Forsberg. They're not scoring.
Now the football gods looking down favourably on Freiburg at the moment. Flag is up.
So maybe we can see the replay now. That was a huge opportunity for Christopher Nkunku to bring his side back. Here he is. It was Höfler. It was Höfler with the back pass.
Schlotterbeck's reaction is absolutely magnificent here. You could see how much that meant to him. Yes.
Yeah.
Kept it out. It's still 1-0 to Freiburg. This game throws up so many emotions. Not only their recent competition between the two of them, but it's old school against the new model. Freiburg against Leipzig. Two totally different worlds. Lucas Höhler's down, holding his face.
My first view also wasn't enough for a free kick. I think he's looking for that contact. It's going a little bit too easy down. Contact is there with Klostermann.
Freiburg will probably be a little grateful for that little pause there. Just take the sting out of Leipzig's reaction.
Yeah, and tactically really interesting to see. Höhler and Schalai are pressing together as two strikers, and Grifo is dropping into the midfield. So they're really solid in the central midfield, and Grifo is playing like a half left midfield in a free role. Here on the ball.
Schlotterbeck tries to dink it forwards. Höhler. Now, Grifo, that would have been a sweet pass if that had gone all the way through. The Freiburg fans are bouncing. Absolutely loving every second at the moment. Grifo, the main man for Freiburg, is their top scorer. Also top provider as well, 8 assists. That's in the Bundesliga. He scored 4 times in this competition too. He needs 1 more to draw level with Robert Glatzel from Hamburg. Who, of course, Freiburg put out in the semi-final.
And here the goal again. Great big pass from Günther. Not the best first touch, that's why the hand was involved. And of course, they're a little bit lucky that the ball comes directly to Eggestein.
Well, I think a lot of people around the world might have a problem with the handball rule there. But I think what encapsulates it much better is you've got to look at intent. Did he intend to handball it? No, he didn't. It bounced up and hit him.
Exactly, and that's why in the end I agree too. because it wasn't the best first touch, and then the ball came up to his hand.
But I think referee Sasha Stegemann and the video assistants
said the same. Yeah.
Got that one bang right for my money. Höhler pulls the ball down. Samarkand did very well to keep Roland Salai away from the ball. Freiburg, with that little extra bounce in their step, they are trusting themselves. They've got the confidence.
Yeah, and they have a little bit more intensity in the game. They're working harder without a ball, and of course, in possession, they're technically very good.
And that kind of confidence brings these kind of fouls out of the opposition. Willi Orban punished there.
And the skill from Salai to have a good first touch, then he can turn, difficult to defend.
A little better than the first touch we saw earlier on.
Yeah.
So another free kick. They're a real dead ball threat, Freiburg, this season. 10 goals as a result of free kicks in the Bundesliga, more than anybody else, more than Bayern, more than Dortmund, more, most importantly, than Leipzig. Plenty of Leipzig players underneath that ball. And that was a bit of a hit and hope. Normally, Andre Silva would be the man underneath that ball, or trying to get underneath that ball. It's a neat trick if you can do it to cross for yourself.
Yeah, but also try to keep the ball, you know, try to find the player up front. This time was Forsberg, so there's no option to keep the ball.
That's only the second goal that Leipzig have conceded in this competition this season.
Yeah, it was Union semi-final, 1-0 up, but they came back, so it's a good point. Can they come back again?
I'm sure, I'm certain that they can. That was a little sturdy, that challenge. Christian Streich and his bench protesting.
Let's have a look. Yeah, he's jumping into the neck from Silva. And then he's winning the ball, so it's definitely a foul before. But that's how it is a final, and I like the attitude from the Freiburg players so far. They're going in every 1 against 1 with a lot of belief.
Free kick for Leipzig.
So Griffith's not happy with Samarkand. Lots of emotions in the game.
Finger pointing.
Yeah.
Lots of finger pointing. Samarkand. Forsberg was his target. Schlotterbeck. Klostermann. Got a touch he didn't want. And the throw-in goes to Christian Streich's side. His first cup final. He won 3 times with the under-19s. And I think it's 10 years ago Christian Günther lifted that cup as captain of the under-19s. Will he get to do it as a senior player this season? Only time will tell. Konrad Laimer, who's been a little bit of a shadow of himself so far in this game.
Yeah, we talk about the central midfield. I spoke already to you about Griffith's position. So it's 3 against 2. So Laimer, Campbell against 3. Eggestein on the ball.
Eggestein, well, it was a neat idea, but they're finding a lot of room out there, Stefan.
Yeah, because Griffo is a surprising player in the central midfield now. And then it's difficult for Laimer and Campbell to keep the ball because they play against 3 midfielders.
Both of these sides, if you include today's game, have scored 13 goals in the cup this season. And interestingly, neither of them has had a dismissal this season, which is just about over, of course. The Bundesliga is done and dusted. but there's a lot at stake today. Four minutes past the half-hour mark. Leipzig looking for a way back into the game. They might just find one here. Waited too long for his shots. Giving it away. That's one that's not really going to test Mark Flecken. He had plenty of time to see that one coming.
Yeah, but half a chance for Orban, but before was a really good pass behind Freiburg's defense. First time they came behind. That's an easy catch for Flecken.
He was practicing those before kickoff. Leipzig needing to regroup. But they need to play with the kind of intensity that we're expecting them to play in the last 10 minutes. Whoever's behind needs to muster some of that urgency before it's too late.
Yeah, and I think it's a good moment. Have a look now. Leimer, Kampel. They can't find them, and they have to find the central midfielders. If not, they're always under pressure when they play the ball forward.
Samarkand dispossessed by Salah. Christian Günther. Applause from Domenico Tedesco, and he's being told off by the fourth official for leaving his technical area. It's Robert Schröder. Streich handing the ball back. Klostermann. Leimer. Alstenberg. Henrich's trying to move things forward. So far, they've kept very, very tight reins on Christopher Nkunku.
Physically very strong Freiburg. Every Leipzig player under pressure soon if the ball arrives, and they're really compact.
Freiburg have covered 2 kilometers more than Leipzig and won 59% of the challenges.
That says everything, you see. So that means Leipzig have to increase the work rate. They have to work a little bit harder and to give a little bit more pressure on the Freiburg player.
Freiburg have taken a 1-0 lead in all of their 6 cup games this season, but it's far from a guarantee. In Osnabrück, they had to go to penalties. In Bochum, they won in extra time. But the important point is they won both those games. Looking a little stumped as to how they're going to continue.
Yeah, and
they're running out of ideas already.
Yeah, they're a little bit surprised, of course, but I can explain to the supporters. This time Kampel is dropping deep, but it doesn't help because they have 3 center halves against 2 strikers. So first, like now, Halstenberg have to dribble into the midfield to create the 2 against 1 in midfield. So the center halves have to help the midfielders. And they don't so far.
Is this Christian Streich tactically outthinking Domenico Tedesco right now?
Yeah, because Griffo is in midfield And 2 strikers against 3 center-halves is clever, so then you have 1 player more in midfield. And overall, it works so far tactically, because we all been thinking Griffo will play on the left. No, he's playing half left in the central midfield. So it's like a 5-3-2 without the ball.
Simon Khan nearly got himself into trouble there. Salai very eager to get something on the ball.
And look, very flexible. Christian Günther, the left back, can go forward, can press. Klostermann early, and on the right side, Kübler is doing the same.
Freiburg will have to defend a free kick now. Something they're also very good at this season. Nobody's conceded less free kicks than they have.
Very interesting now. That's always an option for Leipzig if you don't play well. Now quality delivery from Forsberg.
These are the opportunities you have to take. Can Leipzig take this one? Great delivery. Well defended. Alstenberg. Alstenberg to Henrichs. And back again. Simon Khan, 5 minutes to go to the break. This would be a perfect time for Leipzig to get an equaliser. As the sun slowly sinks in the west behind the Olympic gate. Possibly with it, Leipzig's hopes of a first major trophy. Simon Khan trying to split 2 Freiburg players, but it's Günther and Vincenzo Grifo. That's not easily done. Leimer now. Forsberg is along with him. He's waiting for the run. Benjamin Henrichs looks as if he might have used a bit of his upper arm there, but play continues. The layoff. Nkunku. Simon Khan will chase it, and he'll get to it too, possibly. No. Ball out of play. And Leipzig are starting to look a little more interested, but also starting to look a little more fragile, a little less confident. Julian Nagelsmann there to see his old charges. Of course, he was in charge of them last season when they were here and lost to Dortmund. Forsberg. Nkunku. Shaped to shoot, but now it's Silva. Leimer, that was well worked. That was even better, but the last touch failed them. Leimer again. He's gone for the shot. Schlotterbeck, Salai. Simon Khan did well to get over the top. Höhler held him off. It's a little frantic now, and it's another free kick. In a not too half-decent position. Freiburg have had to put in some challenges so far in this first half, and you get the feeling they're going to have to put in a few more in the second. This game not over by a long way. Still another 45 minutes to come. Alstenberg and Nkunku. They've had 3 shots each so far in this game, but one has been golden for Freiburg. They lead. Nkunku. Oh, there was a big clash of heads there, was there? No. There's going to be another free kick. Lots of protestation. Sascha Stegemann ushering people away. It will be a free kick for Leipzig. Fourth official's just gone over to get the boards to indicate how much time will be added on. But first, the free kick. Halsenberg's left foot. It's very deep. Simakan nods it back into the area. And Kunku couldn't get there. He put his foot up. And Freiburg giving it absolutely everything they can. It will be a free kick, but I don't think there was anything malicious in it. Grifo going over, and Kunku had his eye on the ball. Just a single minute of time added on for the goal celebrations. Grifo. 30 seconds left in this half, and it's a half that Freiburg will be delighted by. They took their chance when it came along. They've held Leipzig at bay, and they're playing with confidence now. Solai, took it on really well, got away from Orban. Is that going to sit up for Vincenzo Grifo? Well, it did, and Orban got his head in the way. He's been an absolute rock for Leipzig so far this campaign. Referee brings the first half to a close. The Freiburg fans are on their feet. There's a big smile on Christian Streich's face. Maximilian Eggestein's 19th minute goal is all that separates the two sides at the moment. Sascha Stegemann, the referee, gets the second half underway. If you're just joining us, I'm Phil Bonney. Alongside me, a former Bundesliga and Premier League professional, Stefan Freund. Stefan, the first half has pretty much belonged to Freiburg. They've done everything right so far.
Exactly. Good start from Leipzig. First chance for Forsberg in the game, but then came the goal from Eggestein. And from that moment on, Freiburg was the better side with more confidence, better in possession. And Leipzig struggled a lot to create spaces and chances.
Well, it's all on Leipzig's plate this second half now. They have to do everything. It's down to them.
And of course, they can improve with and without the ball. I watch a lot of games from Leipzig. Normally they're pressing high, they win the ball early. I think the work rate can be better. And of course, in possession, Freiburg looks better.
Referee will award a free kick. Christian Streich, I wonder what he has said to his team at half-time. What do you think he would have said?
No, I think everything works well. And as a coach, at half-time is always an option to change something. But the match plan from Freiburg works. So I think it will be more individually. We'll tell the players that was good. Tactically, maybe you can drop a little deeper, or you can go more forward, or Grifo normally is playing more an attacking position.
Took the free kick. Leipzig have cleared it.
And today he's dropping into the central midfield. I think there was a clever move from Streich. so far.
As they say in German, a Geniestreich.
Yeah.
Little word play out there for the for the German speakers amongst you. A stroke of genius is the direct translation. No substitutions for either side at half-time. You'd probably expect that from certainly from Freiburg's point of view. But Leipzig, how long do you think Domenico Tedesco will leave it? I mean, he's got so many important and key players on the bench today as well.
Exactly, good point. As a coach, you think about what can I change after 60 minutes. And sometimes maybe earlier, because when the match plan is not working, sometimes you have to change an attacking player for a defensive player, especially when you 1-0 down. So the next 15 minutes, then I'm sure if it's still the same 1-0, then he will start to change something.
Well, the Leipzig substitutes are warming up behind their dugouts, led by Josef Paulsen. Free kick goes Leipzig's way. They're kicking towards their fans now.
Yeah, understandable. Scholler is looking for Orban, not for the ball.
Domenico Tedesco again having words with the fourth official. Campbell, Marcel Halstenberg. Campbell running into the space. Henrys trying to dink the ball through, and Kuku turns and fires. Well, that's the first time the Frenchman's looked his usual self. Very dangerous. Flecken with an easy catch in the end, though.
Yeah, Freiburg, Schlotterbeck couldn't clear the situation. Here is the touch. Good turn, good shot, but Flecken, strong.
Was quick to the ball, but there was a lot of whip in that turn. And that's what the Freiburg fans will be fearing, is that Leipzig now have come out with a little bit more of a will, a little bit more intensity.
Definitely, and that gives you always the opportunity to come back in the game. Work a little bit harder as a team, press a little bit higher.
Forsberg waiting in the centre. Can they get it to him, though? Lima let the ball get away. But this is not the sort of game where Freiburg can afford to sit back and try and defend their one-goal lead.
Definitely not. That gives Leipzig the opportunity. And that's what they're doing already. You can feel it. They're a little bit higher up the pitch. Still the problems now in the build-up to find someone in midfield. So Lima, look, now he's dropping, Campbell is dropping deeper and deeper. So you have 5 against 2 in the build-up. That doesn't help.
Kuku wide. Seeing a little bit more of the ball already in this second half than he was in the first.
Yeah, and he's dropping deeper. He wants the ball. Like to be more involved.
I mean, they must have talked at half-time, Leipzig, about that extra man that's been causing the trouble in the midfield. A little bit more running, perhaps. Forsberg, oh, quick thinking from him. What a goal that could have been.
Oh.
Campbell, tempting, but Nkunku's legs would not have been long enough.
Yeah, but that was good. First time, a little bit higher pressing, winning the ball back. So Leipzig are better in the game now.
It's almost like what we were talking about at the end of the half, that they need just to show a little more interest in winning this game. Kuku on his own. Campbell. Schlotterbeck read that one, which was slightly telegraphed. That's a nice ball from Campbell. Lima turned well. Silva won't get there in front of either Flecken or Schlotterbeck. Bit more resolve about the Leipzig side in this second half. 7 minutes in. Gulacsi gives the call. To his keeper. Kunku coming very deep now to get involved. But maybe that's just what they need. That's that unpredictability again. They were expecting him to be out wide and up front. Shouldn't present a problem for Peter Gulacsi. Joint best keeper in the Bundesliga, along with Mark Flecken and Manuel Neuer of Bayern, both, all three of them, in fact, with 10 clean sheets this season just gone.
Yeah, one of his quality, Flecken, is to build up from the back. So he's a real footballer as a goalkeeper. And I think that's modern style now in football.
Salah couldn't keep it. Alstenberg knocks it on for Campbell. Outside him is Henrys. Opted to go back. Both sets of fans really enjoying their day in the final. For Freiburg, it's not something they've experienced before. Leipzig have. They know what it means to lose in the final twice. Kunku. Forsberg couldn't get his foot to it. Campbell. They've been a lot more dominant since the beginning of the second half.
And a little bit more aggressive. When they lose the ball in the final third, everyone is pressing. So at the moment, it's difficult for Freiburg to find the two strikers, Höhler and Soller.
Lima, there's room there. Simakant. Oh, he should have continued his run. Referee won't give anything for that. No matter how loud the Leipzig fans scream. Oh, now there's a bit of a... Oh, that's a terrible mistake to do at that position. That's a straight red card. A terrible, terrible error. Took one for the team, but maybe it should have been better if Alstenberg just put in a sliding tackle. Yeah, he made no attempt to play the ball at all. That's a straight red any day of the week.
Yeah, let's first have a look. Is there a contact there from Schlotterbeck? But look at that long ball. So Halstenberg, not enough. And then Höhler is behind. And that's why it's definitely a red card, because he's going 1-against-1 with the goalkeeper. Yeah, he is in front.
He's not in the penalty area. There's no attempt to play the ball. That's why that's a red card. And Leipzig are down to 10 men.
So, and that are big moments of the game that influence everything. As a coach, you don't know before, so now Tedesco have to think about quickly what he has to do now.
A 57th minute red card for Leipzig means that they are down to 10 men. They're a goal down. And they've got the set-piece experts of the Bundesliga just itching to pull the trigger on them again and fire home another goal. Massive advantage now for Freiburg. There's a line for Forsberg, and also a yellow card picked up by Mohamed Simakan. Freiburg fans around the world must be going absolutely berserk right now. They're a goal up against Leipzig. They've got a man advantage, and their sides are playing with confidence like they've done all season. It's gone straight for goal into the side netting. This side of the stadium thought it was in. The other side of the stadium knew it wasn't. There's lots of laughing going on. There's lots of smiles. They can afford that. At the moment, they can afford that. But for Leipzig fans, this must be a terrible, gut-wrenching feeling. They've seen it before. They've lost twice in the final before. It's going to take something very special now to come back and push it to penalties, which I suppose would be something you might consider. But it's going to be really hard.
Exactly, but now they're playing with a back four, so left back is Henry, right back is Klostermann and Simakan. And Orban are the two center halves.
And this is Roland Solai. He's on his own, he might as well have a go. He's done exactly that. The crowd not quite so loud on this side. They have seen before that it can go into the side netting. There's another yellow card being dished out. This time it's to Kevin Campbell. It's not going Leipzig's way. Substitutions going to be made. Nordi Mukiela and Dominik Szoboszlai coming on. Emil Forsberg, the hero in the semi-final last season and this season, goes off. Mukiela comes on to the pitch. But Domenico Tedesco has to do something now. He can't leave it as it is, because as it is, they've lost the cup. Solai. A second goal for Freiburg would make it an almost unassailable number of goals. They've got that man advantage. Klostermann with the clearance. Szoboszlai with his first touch gets it to Kevin Campbell. That's the first player that Leipzig have had sent off all season.
And then the worst moment in the final to win silverware. I'm sure that's a difficult moment for Tedesco and the team now. Freiburg, it was the right decision. That's the most important.
Absolutely. Yeah. Freiburg fans in full voice. Leipzig not able to raise much at the moment. But as it stands, it's only a single goal. A penalty, a free kick, a corner. Simakan here getting his yellow card. And Kevin Campbell getting his.
Of course, all the Leipzig players are not happy, but it's too easy for the referee to give them a yellow card.
Freiburg, such a well-drilled, disciplined side. Really going to take it to Leipzig every second they can. Oh, the shot. Was it a shot? Was it a pass?
Yeah, he tried to shoot, definitely. Beautiful, but not the best touch. And he knows it.
In the Bundesliga, Marcel Halstenberg has only been dismissed once, got a second yellow card against Hertha Berlin, funnily enough, back in May 2020. In the first half, Leipzig looked as if they were having difficulty in coming up with a way to find a way through. They started to do that in this second half, but now, with a man less, the difficulty factor is raised by some percent. Schlotterbeck, calm.
And you have to work even harder with one man less. And now there are a lot of changes. So Kunku's playing the striker.
Oh, there's another one. Free kick. Schlotterbeck was off and running. Klostermann at least tried to make a challenge for the ball.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he could have found himself in hot water as well. Schlotterbeck just kept going.
Yeah, there's the foul from Klostermann. But that's what I said, what Leipzig have to do better. If you play with centre halves, they have to dribble into the midfield like Schlotterbeck.
Stadium announcer telling everyone that there's 74,322, I think it was the number that came up. The last two, of course, you, yourself, and me. English. Soboslai has gone on a run. What it needs is a moment of genius from somebody in the Leipzig ranks to get them back on level terms. But at the moment, the smooth play, the tricky little passes, everything coming from Freiburg there. Very much in control of the game now.
Yeah, and maybe now you have to change the style of football. If you can't build up from the back, then play long balls. Mukiel is on the pitch now, can keep the ball. He's playing really high up the pitch in front of Klostermann. Normally he's a central defender, so you need set pieces to create chances.
Good jump from Samokan. Good chest as well. It's worth mentioning that this game really polarized Germany in as much as the old, what they would call a traditional club like Frankfurt, and the new modern construct that has been funded, only in existence for the last 13 years, really. And it has caused a lot of people to choose sides in this particular game.
Yeah, and of course, that's we all have the love of the game. And Leipzig, the club is only 14 years old, 3 times in the cup final already, and coming closer to win silverware. But at the moment, everything goes Freiburg's way so far.
In the Champions League again, it must be noted as well. It's that through ball. They'll be looking for more and more to release Lukas Höhler and Roland Salai. Domenico Tedesco could have become the third youngest coach to win this. Still might. But time is starting to be his enemy there.
And it's clever now from Freiburg.
I did say that Halsenberg was the first player to be sent off this season. Actually, that's not quite true. Nobody sent off in the Bundesliga, but of course Angelino was sent off against Manchester City for a second yellow card. Creating space. And a little rush of blood to the head there from Niklas Höfler. Substitution. Dani Olmo will be coming on for Kevin Campbell. I think it's a sensible thing. You've got to use some fresh legs, fresh impetus now.
Yeah, and Leimer will move back to the holding midfielder position, and Olmo moves to the number 10 position, like a real central attacking midfielder. And of course, he's a player. He can create a final pass or an assist, or maybe can score on his own.
Well, he can score too, yes.
So it's again an attacking move, and he has to do that. 69 minutes played, nearly.
Sturdy challenge. They want to take the free kick as quick as they can. Maybe they should have taken it as carefully as they could, rather than as quick as they could. Nice moment between Kevin Campbell.
Lots of respect.
And
like to see that, yeah.
That's the Freiburg fans. They can sense something historical is going to happen for them this evening. As it stands, 20 minutes separate them and their first ever cup trophy. The pot, as it's lovingly called in Germany. Kunku a little too rough. Tempers flaring. Vincenzo Grifo keeping Philip Lienhart civil.
So let's have a look. Kunku is jumping on top of Lienhart's back, plus the arm in front, the elbow into his head. Definitely the right decision, and Lienhart couldn't see him. And Szoboszlai, what he's doing, can understand that they're not happy, but don't touch the Freiburg player.
Free kick goes to Schlotterbeck. His first touch is good. His second touch invited a challenge from Nordi Mukiela.
There's still 19 minutes to play, but something changed now with the red card for Halstenberg. So it will be so difficult for Leipzig. Now maybe it's a moment.
Now they need to do something. Leimer's coming through, and at the wrong moment. Offside flags up.
But that was a good example how Leipzig can come back in the game. In transition, win the ball and go forward with more players. Outstanding tackling from Schlotterbeck.
That's a really good challenge. In front of the Germany coach as well. Mark Flecken has the ball. And there's some very unhappy Leipzig players out there. Some unhappy Leipzig fans as well. 8 shots to 7. But Freiburg still winning those challenges. They're dominating the challenges, and that's what's really doing for Leipzig.
That's key for the game.
Then they win another one.
Yeah, and it's so difficult for every Leipzig player to create space. And for that, normally you have to pass the ball quicker. But now they're down to 10 men, so it will be difficult for them to come back.
But like that break we just saw, I mean, Leipzig, no other side in the Bundesliga scored as many counter-attack goals as they did. They have got it in them, but they just need to engineer it so that they can break away like they did then, and we've not seen enough of that. And what we are seeing a lot of is Freiburg getting into their final third. Okay, this time it's offside again. But it'll be worrying for Leipzig because Freiburg keep finding their way through. Olmo. Dispossessed, and immediately Freiburg change gear. Gone for the quick one again. Kubler couldn't get there. English challenged by Solai. And I can understand why Benjamin Henrich is a little upset with that challenge.
Yeah, and there's a tactical foul in the end. That's why he's not happy, because in transition you have only a few seconds to play forward. And that's why Tedesco's not happy, because he knows that are important moments when they win the ball or they win the 1-against-1. There's space to create a chance.
I mean, you could cynically say it's all right, fair enough for the players on the bench to be shouting around it. They should have done more while they were on the pitch.
Exactly. And don't forget, Freiburg is always good organized. Quickly, when they lose the ball, they go back and they play a foul, tactical one, or they press quickly.
Under pressure, he's given it away. Soboslai, Olmo, Klostermann. Final 15 minutes. Nkunku did well, nearly got away. He's had such a good season. Double figures for goals and assists.
Yeah.
He's really set the Bundesliga on fire.
Yeah, and look at how skillful he is. Using both legs, difficult for a defender to win the 1-against-1 against him.
This is where they need to find something, though. They're not shoddy at set pieces themselves this season. Well, Soboslai's effort went straight into the wall. Oh, that's dangerous. That's the equaliser. That's what they needed. That's what they wanted. And guess who's given it to them? Christopher Nkunku, of course. It had to be him. And Leipzig go wild. Game on. 15 minutes left. The trophy there for the taking. And Christopher Nkunku has just made it possibly possible for Leipzig.
And it came after a set pieces. Second ball again, chip ball from Leimer. We will see in the replay. Soboslai first, but now Leimer on the ball. Lots of bodies are going forward. And this time, very strong to win the header, and great movement from Nkunku behind the defense. Was Orban, of course. Orban gives the assist because he's winning the header.
A fourth cup goal of the season for Christopher Nkunku, and Campbell and Forsberg out of their seats as fast as they could there to go and join the celebrations. He is worth his weight in gold this season, Christopher Nkunku. But let's not forget, there's a quarter of an hour to go, Stefan. Leipzig are down to 10 men, but now they will believe. Their hearts will be thumping in their chest.
Definitely, and we spoke about set pieces. We spoke about the moment when you were 1-0 down. In set pieces, you can bring players forward. They are strong like Orban, can win something. And of course, Nkunku. If you ask me before the game who will score the goal for Leipzig, then definitely Nkunku.
Christian Streich is about to play his ace up his sleeve. Niels Petersen's stripped off and ready to come on. There's going to be a double substitution. Emredin Demirovic is going to come on as well. But all of a sudden, Leipzig believe in themselves again. They know they have the quality. They know they have the players. They've just got one less than Freiburg. That's the big problem.
Exactly. But I'm surprised in the end. We all know how is it possible to score an equalizer with 10 men down. But there wasn't in the game, Leipzig. So overall, the goal makes the difference.
A straight swap up front. Two strikers coming off, two strikers coming on. Niels Petersen, the super sub. 33 goals off the bench, a record in the Bundesliga. He is the ace. Up Christian Streich's sleeve. Emredin Demirovic, who himself was at Leipzig in their under-19s, played 57 games, scored 26 goals for them. And of course, he scored against them in Leipzig in the 1-1 draw earlier on this season.
Yeah, definitely too late. Foul from Henrichs.
Tedesco has had a coaching season that's been outstanding. If he can pull off a win here today, he will be a legend at Leipzig. It's going to be a last nervy 10 minutes, I get the feeling, Stefan.
Me too. And Freiburg, of course, trying now to dominate the game with a spare player. And there's Demirovic, yes, looking only for Orban. There's a foul. And of course, Freiburg, they have to be a little bit disappointed when you play 11 against 10 and you 1-0 up. You have to maybe go a little bit more for the second one.
Well, they didn't seem to be disinterested in it. And it all came out of that mis-hit free kick from Dominik Szoboszlai. Nkunku goes down under the challenge. Referee goes for his top pocket. That will be a yellow card. And it's Lucas Kubler who gets it.
And if you watch down to the coaching areas, every Leipzig player and coaches are jumping up. Of course, Kubler is too late. Yellow card, fine.
Free kick. Szoboszlai again. Can Leipzig make the unthinkable happen? Can they come back a goal down and with 10 men and steal this game away from Freiburg, who seem comfortable all the way through? It might just come down to the set pieces. You said it. Szoboszlai to take the free kick as 10 men. Leipzig are in trouble. Blocked at short range and a foul. Well,
great
they were
chance.
close there.
Again, the delivery is good with pace. First post, not easy for Flecken, and I couldn't see who has the chance to score with the second ball.
Emil Forsberg in the role of assistant coach today. He's going to get a yellow card on the bench. Well, that's an unusual one, but not an unsurprising one. The Leipzig bench has been very vociferous, and they're looking to see whether there might be a penalty shout in there for handball.
Yeah.
A potential handball. Christian Streich looks worried, and well he should.
Yeah, we couldn't see it. No, not enough. So we can't see a replay. That maybe the shot from one of the Leipzig players.
No penalty, no handball is the official response. Mark Flecken. Will take the free kick, and it's one of those long balls down the pitch. This is where Freiburg really have to take it to Leipzig. They have to stretch them, make them run, tire them out, play the ball wide.
Yeah, and pass the ball quicker. It takes a little bit too long.
Lucas Kubler had stolen a march on this near side. Into the centre, Demirovic's header. Taken by Gulacsi very easily indeed. Tedesco throws the ball to Szoboszlai. They want to be quick. They don't want to go to 2 15-minute halves of extra time with 10 men, because then the tired legs will really kick in. They've had a lot of games this season, 44 or so, I think. Well, that's dropped, and Kunku controlled it beautifully. It was always falling backwards.
What an opportunity for him. Great run from Henrichs on the left side here. 1-2 with Szoboszlai. Too strong for Gulde. Not the best clearance.
Great ball from
Lienhardt, and
falling backwards and unable to get a touch on it. Substitution. Kubler comes off, and it's Jonathan Schmid who comes on. Jonathan Schmid, another Freiburg legend.
And Haberer for Eggestein in the central midfield. So lots of fresh legs now on the pitch.
Yannick Haberer, who scored against Leverkusen last weekend. How badly would they like him to score one this weekend? Well, our player to watch has been Christopher Nkunku. 4 shots and a goal. Such an important key man.
We say in Germany, Unterschiedsspieler. The man who makes the difference.
The man who makes the difference, exactly.
And look at how many sprints he got, 21. So he is going always with pace into the final third. And I'm not surprised the goal came from a sprint.
Got to the back post.
Yeah.
Great reader of the game. Real striker's instinct. Flecken took that out. There was a collision. The referee will stop the game. It's Mohamed Simakano's holding his head, but well, he might have had a bit of an elbow going in there, you know.
From Haberer, yes, but before I think his arms are around Haberer too. So that's a fight for the ball and not enough for a penalty.
Are we going to see a last dramatic winner? We've seen them with Leipzig before. That's how they got through to the final, was Emil Forsberg, last gasp winner.
Well, with respect to Leipzig, I think it's a perfect moment. 1-0 down, plus down to 10 men. And they worked harder second half. They tried their best. Of course, set pieces are part of the game. But maybe they deserve it. Because Freiburg only reacted. They've been waiting. They could press a little bit higher because 11 against 10. They didn't. They dropped a little bit deeper. And then set pieces are coming. And then they concede the goal.
Well, the thing is, I still feel that the memories of the losses in the last two cup finals that they played here in the last 3 years will lay heavy on their minds. Another free kick. Right on the edge of the box.
Was there contact against Gulde? Good touch. Ah, yes.
I think he steps on his foot here.
Yes,
just there.
That's why it's a foul.
Not intentionally.
But still enough that Gulde goes down.
In fact, it's been given a throw-in.
Yeah.
And Kunku playing really quickly through with Soboslai. And there's going to be another yellow card. Lima wanted to continue. Philipp Leinart this time. The Austrian, who spent time at
tactical foul.
Real Madrid's B-sides. Rapid Vienna before that. Four minutes of time will be added on. 4 minutes for a wonder goal. To prevent extra time. And then if there is extra time, of course, there could be penalties. They drew 1-1 twice in the league. Are they going to draw 1-1 in the cup? Some of those challenges are starting to get a little fruity. The referee's going to give Domenico Tedesco a yellow card now. A passionate coach. Wanted a yellow card, got one.
Yeah, and I think it's the right decision. It's down to the referee to give yellow cards.
I agree. Streich wanting the ball played forwards. Willi Orban soaking everything up again. He does it so well. Lofted in. Yannick Haberer got on the end of that one.
So it looks like we have a long football night again.
It certainly does at the moment. There's just a couple of minutes to go. Schlotterbeck just knocks it forward. That's not going to be good enough. It's disappointing that Freiburg aren't stretching Leipzig more, and I'm sure Christian Streich won't be happy.
Yeah, looking now, Freiburg is playing a 4-4-2. Jonathan Schmid is playing in the right midfield. So a little bit more organized now.
Nkunku always causes difficulties. There's Mukiele on the far side. He needs to lay it off to Klostermann. We'll get a cross in. That was much more the old Leipzig.
Yeah, and I can't see they're down to 10 men. So that's what I'm saying. So Freiburg can do definitely better.
Soboslai playing the ball out. Into the last minute of normal time added on, as it were. Freiburg have needed extra time and penalties twice this season. Are they going to need it today? Offside against Peterson.
Looks like offside. Let's see the moment when the long ball is played.
Mike Pickle putting his flag up straight away. That's the end of the regulation 90 minutes plus time added on. It will be 2 periods of 15 minutes of extra time to decide who wins the 79th DFB Cup final. At the moment, it's Freiburg 1, Leipzig 1. So the first half of extra time kicks off once again. Peter Gulacsi and his team are kicking from left to right. It's 1-1. There's no place in the next round waiting for the winner today. For the winners today, it's glory and a place in the history books. The 25th club to ever win the DFB-Pokal. Little slip from Schlotterbeck. Ball swung in and Klostermann gets his head on it. Peterson trying to get behind, and they've made a bit of an error there, but it'll be a corner. This game has swung so much on how the adrenaline has flown within the two sides.
Yeah, the pressure now is on Freiburg. They have to create chances. And that was a good start now.
Just what they need. Another one of their Freiburg special corners would come in handy. Oh!
On the post.
Gulacsi lost it totally. Well, they've hit the post a few times this season, Freiburg. 13 in the Bundesliga. Klostermann forced into an error. That's a corner.
Great opportunity. So looking strong in the air. Next one.
That was Peter Gulacsi catching practice in its purest form. Schlotterbeck just about keeping Mukiele away from the ball. Man Freiburg, urged on by Christian Streich. Domenico Tedesco and his 10-man Leipzig just waiting for an opportunity to pounce.
Yeah, now they are back to a back five. Mukiele is dropping really deep now. Looks like a 5-3-1.
That all-important one-man advantage that Freiburg have must be brought to bear. Good challenge. Referee waves play on. That's the sort of challenge they need. They need a finish now. This is good stuff. Oh, Pedersen swung his foot at the ball but got nothing.
Good football from Freiburg. Pass the ball. Half a chance for Pedersen. Good block.
He's had a intensive game today, I think, Mohamed Simakan. Couldn't keep his feet on the turf. So along with his assists, Christopher Nkunku is the top point scorer so far this season. Little nutmeg. Getting it through to Nkunku, lays it off. Too many red shirts there for Leipzig, but they've given it away, the red shirts. The flick from Olmo, it's nice. Nkunku didn't sit up for them. Mukiele. Oh, Mukiele nearly went all the way through. Intricate work from Leipzig. It was beautiful to watch, but the final shot just didn't come for them. The ball just didn't sit right.
Yeah, and they put Freiburg under pressure now. Winning every second ball. Strong from Leipzig.
Good work ethos from them. Domenico Tedesco liking what he saw. Tedesco said of Freiburg, one of Germany's best clubs, reaching the final is logical proof of the brilliant work they've done in recent years, and he's not wrong. But they were so close to the cup, they could almost taste it, I'm fairly sure. There's work to be done. They really need to apply themselves like they did in the first half.
Yeah, they're trying now. Now they have more possession. Now they're coming more into the final third. They have to pass a little bit quicker. So let Leipzig run now, but Leipzig is clever too with the back five. It's difficult to come behind. That was good. Switch of play,
nice
and then
ball.
Start to dribble.
Schlotterbeck got the crossover. Laid back for Gunter. Grifo. There's the faster passing that you were looking for. Good block by Mukiele. That's a lovely challenge from him. Leipzig under pressure themselves now. Demirovic trying desperately to turn so that he was facing goal. Josef Paulsen warming up down there. Still got a couple more substitutes they can use, I think, both sides. Lienert back to his keeper, Mark Flecken. Conceded 4 goals in this competition now, including the one today. Didn't play in every single game. Took a deflection.
But I like the idea to switch the play, because Leipzig are shuffling over, so Adams is coming.
Tyler Adams coming on for Konrad Laimer. And I must say it wasn't Leimer's best day today. I was surprised that he wasn't subbed off earlier.
Yeah, it was difficult for him to play in the central midfield today. We spoke about the 3 against 2 situation, especially first half. So he didn't have a lot of balls, Campbell too. And that's why Freiburg was a little bit more in control of the game, first half.
So fresh legs in the centre, Tyler Adams, US men's national team captain.
Yeah, and he's straight running into the holding midfielder position, Leimer's position, in front of the back 3.
Has made a bit of a run and he's been spotted. Schlotterbeck got in there. Collision.
Yeah, Mukiele
landed awkwardly.
There's an accident in between. Mukiele is watching to the ball and Flecken already there.
Nice
Fair
moment.
play, like that, yes.
I must say the Freiburg fans that were in such good voice earlier on are now a little nervous. You can sense it. Simakan trying to hold off 2 players, and he hasn't managed that. He was outnumbered. Now the Freiburg player outnumbered, and the throw goes to Leipzig. Passions are aroused out there.
Lots of communication between the players and the supporters, and you can see both teams need the support now, because they start to be tired.
Just about another 4 minutes left in this half. Oh, that's a good run from Mukiele. The ball for Nkunku.
Oh.
And Leipzig were close. Nkunku must be getting tired now. He was so close there.
Yeah. Not the best defending from Günther. And a good ball, moments too late, Nkunku.
Mukiele's future at the club is a little uncertain, but I think he's put in some good performances recently. Leipzig fans bouncing now, trying to get behind their side. Flick on. Adams is there. Try and start things moving forward, but there's not a lot going on up front. Schlotterbeck picks off the ball. That's where they have to be careful, because if Leipzig get the ball, they're away. Schlotterbeck, good pass from him. Chance for Freiburg now, but the shot is wide.
But like that attacking movement from Schlotterbeck. Go there, win a 1 against 1, and dribble. This one, strong, good pass.
Certainly.
Yeah, half a shot, half a cross.
Freiburg's player of the game for me. Hart is what's needed.
Yeah, and a lot of belief now for the Leipzig players. That's why Tedesco's on the touchline, is pushing his players every second.
Demirovic, 2 players all over him. This is where Freiburg need to be clever. They need to move that ball quicker, as you've been saying.
Yeah, because Leipzig is always organized. So the moment when you win the ball, like Schlotterbeck a few seconds ago, then pass the ball vertical and you can create chances.
And they do have the space because of that extra man. Gunter. That one won't drop for them either. That one might. Oh! Off the post. The follow-up is over. Oh, that's a big miss. Is it Leipzig's night? Can they do it? Because Freiburg are giving them some let-offs here.
Yeah, this time they go for the second ball. Difficult for Klostermann to clear the chance, and oh, the shot on the post. I think it was Haberer. Good touch from Gulaschi. I think that's a world-class save.
Gulaschi was really pleased with himself after that. With good reason.
I think that ball definitely would go in without that touch from Gulaschi.
Definitely got a touch on that. Just enough of a glove to force it onto the post.
Oh, what a moment for Freiburg.
Again, so close. But a quality save from Gulaschi. Now Kunku.
Oh, and monster tackling from Schlotterbeck. Here is the monster one.
What are they going to do without him next season? Oh, well, there is Matthias Ginter who's returning.
Yeah, he will do the same. But, oh, so important.
One minute of time added on to time added on. The header is not on target, and Mukiela is down. And I think Manuel Gulde has got a bit of cramp. The rate that
he will be not the last one, trust me. Second half of the extra time. Yeah, there's a collision with Shimakan. But he will be fine.
Trying to leave it all out on the pitch. Domenico Tedesco actually sitting down for a bit. That doesn't happen very often, well, hasn't happened very often today. That's half-time. In extra time, it's still 1-1. We are 15 minutes away from a penalty shootout.
You too.
Not your first rodeo, I think the phrase is. Let's see who's going to win this cup final. It's Freiburg now kicking from left to right for the final 15 minutes. It's poised at 1-1. Maximilian Eggestein and Christopher Nkunku, the 2 goal scorers. If we don't get a goal or 2 in the next 15 minutes, it'll be penalties. Nobody wants that, surely. Manuel Gulde has gone off. And Kevin Schlotterbeck, Nico Schlotterbeck's brother, is on the pitch in his place. It's a family business. I believe their cousin is a well-known influencer, I think the word is, and was also on Love Island or something. I'm not making it. I'm not doing any advertising for them, but yes, saw today that she's here as well. So quite a prominent family. really the ball lies in Freiburg's court. They're the team with the extra man. They have to be careful because this is Leipzig, the counter-attack team in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, and with the pace from Kunku up front now.
Soboslai's header is cut out. Grifo. Schlotterbeck thought about that pass for a while. I think maybe that's what Christian Streich has told them. Be a little more precise, a little more concentrated. Flecken very far out of his goal. Demirovic was the target for that pass. It didn't come to him. Schlotterbeck again has come in and taken the ball. He's all on his own. Did really well there. Grifo picked the ball up, but the flag was up, I think. And is that a free kick there? I think it might be. It might well be.
Again, great defending first from Schlotterbeck, and it's going forward. Good dribbling. There's the contact from Olmo, I think, on top of his right foot. Free kick in a good position.
That's a decent distance. Grifo or possibly Günther.
Jonathan Schmid is on the ball.
Direct free kick scored 7 games back, or 8 games back against Wolfsburg for Freiburg. That's not what Freiburg need right now. Nico Schlotterbeck limping there. I'm sure he'll be all right. He's not the sort to go over to the touchline and ask to be subbed off, that's for sure. Something special, perhaps, from the Christian Streich school of free kick taking now. It's got a header, that'll be a corner. But they can take those too. I don't know what a free tick is. I think it's something you get with a free watch. Yeah. It comes with a free talk as well.
TikTok.
More advertising, but anyway.
Yeah. So set pieces.
Freiburg fans trying to suck that ball into the goal. Good header from Soboslai, back into the mix. This is where the extra man could take its toll as well on Leipzig. It's curled towards the keeper. Philipp Lienhardt was there to try and cause trouble. And Gulacsi, well, it's the obvious thing, isn't it? You've got to set the front men running. Header from Kevin Schlotterbeck. Yes, next season we won't have Schlotterbeck and Schlotterbeck. We will have Ginter and Günther.
And Schlotterbeck and Süle in Dortmund.
And Höfler and Höhler. There's some great names to get your teeth and tongue and lips around in the Freiburg sides. Gvardiol is on the touchline. Taken down nicely by Schmid. That's the corner. Well spotted by Mike Pickle. He wasn't 100% in position, but he was quick enough to run forward and spot that. Ref's assistant.
Yes.
Was over
behind the line. He has a better camera position here, definitely behind.
Not that Gulacsi's ever going to agree with that. again. It was a good one.
Next one.
Well, they've been winning the battle of corners. Forcing himself up, and Christian Streich being talked to by the fourth official. Josko Gvardiol is on the halfway line, ready to come in, but they'll have to wait until after this corner. It's low. Straight to Szoboszlai. And he puts on the turbo. This is Leipzig in full flow. Tyler Adams. Well, play's been brought back. There's going to be another yellow card. He could have let them play on there, really, I'd have thought.
Yeah. He could do it later.
He could do it later, indeed. Ermedin Demirovic picking up a yellow card in the 113th minute of the game. Simon Kahn coming off.
Aus dem Spiel geht die Nummer 2, Mohamed Simakan. Für den neuen Spiel die Nummer 32,
Josko Gvardiol on the most touches, the most yellow cards as well for Leipzig this season. And there was quite a lot of, well, they were geeing him up quite a lot on the touchline. Andre Silva was really getting him going. Szoboszlai has gone for goal. Flecken will have that one for breakfast, lunch, dinner and tea, and any combination thereof. Easy take for him. Long ball now.
Yeah.
First touch for Gvardiol is to give a throw-in to Jonathan Schmid. Long serving Freiburg player, left for a while, but was welcomed back with open arms, just like Vincenzo Grifo was. Ball was out of play.
Yeah, Gvardiol is playing the same position, and Simakan, the back three, the left defender, next to Orban.
There he is, getting his head on the ball. A little sloppy right now. Ooh, that one would have gone flying. Oh, they've hit the woodwork again. It's just not going in for Freiburg.
Yeah. And again, Haberer. He has a really good finish. We all know that. Oh, so close.
They must believe they're cursed. Is it Leipzig's year this time? Third time's a charm, they say. 5 minutes to penalties. Szoboszlai's header. Demirovic will chase it, but he won't get there. Orban. Demirovic, of course, with fresher legs, the substitute. Big appeal for handball there, but it won't matter because now Orban has it. Orban looking for Nkunku, but finding Mukiele. Now Mukiele looks for Nkunku. It's not a bad idea. Nkunku still weaving, ducking, darting up front, waiting for something to come to him. It has. Good first touch from him. Nearly got it back. He made that look so easy, Nkunku, that ball and the pass. Schlotterbeck tidies up his own handiwork that wasn't quite so handy.
Good moments from Leipzig now. I liked it. One man down, but still, can I go forward? As a team, can we win the second ball? Can we go for the second goal?
Strong. Oh, almost got down. Big dive, big dive. The Leipzig players off the bench and on the field. But it looked like a big dive to me. Stefan, what do you think?
If he's not playing the ball, I think then it's a penalty. So my first view was, when you tackle, you have to play the ball. And if he didn't play the ball, then it's a penalty.
There will be a check.
Oh, he missed the ball. It's a penalty.
Olmo made the most of it.
No. Look there on his left. And for me, definitely a penalty.
Well, we'll wait and see what Sören Sturks and Christian Gittelmann say.
Because he missed the ball completely. So then you need, when you go down, look, there's no contact.
No, he does catch him, you're absolutely right.
And then he's catching Olmo completely. That would surprise me.
Well, there is a review going on. Tyler Adams having words with his boss.
So is Höfler.
Oh yes, he's grabbed his right leg, hasn't he?
Yeah, and with his left leg too later. Have a look. Now, then the left leg again against the calf.
Well, the Leipzig players a little unruly. They're all out of the technical area. Oh, it's a sending off. It's a sending off for Kevin Campbell. He'd already had a yellow, but he was only on the bench. So he won't be able to watch the rest of the game. The referee, I think, is going across to the television. The monitor mounted on the halfway line on the other side. And he will have a look at it.
Is there really, really small contact with the ball, but not enough to clear the situation, and then he's kicking completely Olmo. Höfler.
Well, let's see what referee Sascha Stegemann has to say. It is a corner.
Oh, I'm a bit surprised, because when you a defender, you go down to clear the situation, so you have to play the ball, and you have to play the ball with a big touch.
Well, it might have been the faintest of touches, but
yeah, but not enough, because Olmo would go all the way. The contact was there afterwards. But
brave header from Peterson.
Let's say that Freiburg was lucky in that moment. I have to say that.
Olmo's ball. Now Freiburg with a chance to break. Demirovic, former Leipzig player himself. Well, we've seen let-offs at both ends more than once tonight.
Yeah, what a game to watch. It's exciting. Every moment can change everything now.
Incredible. Now, chance, not taken. Keep the shot down. Was what was needed. 2 minutes of time added on before the extravaganza.
Griffo can do that better.
With penalties. He certainly can.
Yeah, good opportunity to put a ball into the second post.
Almost header. Adams, that's going nowhere except to a Freiburg player. Long balls again, they're getting in each other's way. Jonathan Schmid kept away.
It looks like it's coming down to penalties.
Unless Nkunku can provide something. Oh, well, there's a free kick. Dangerous moments for Freiburg now. Schlotterbeck.
And he doesn't have to kick Nkunku there. Stay behind, let him play backwards.
Nkunku's cramping up.
Of course.
See both his legs going out straight immediately. He's made his way into the centre. Oh, that's a good ball, and that's a good hand from Flecken.
Important one.
I think he's going to penalties, Stefan. I don't know if you mentioned that already.
But don't forget set pieces. And all set pieces are looking dangerous from both sides.
6th in the Bundesliga against 4th in the Bundesliga at the end of the season just gone. Leipzig with what might just be one of the last kicks of the game and the chance to steal it. They have a history of stealing ties. Can they steal this one? Oh, it'll be another corner.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it won't. It'll be penalties. The ecstasy and the agony of spot kicks. After 120 minutes, it's ended 1-1. We might have expected it. It was 1-1 in the home game and the reverse fixture between these two sides. You can't. Well, now we have to look at Mark Flecken in his complete career in Germany. He's stopped 4.
And Nkunku is the first one, so let's see that you're right. I think he will score.
Well, normally you'd put money on it, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you were a betting man, which I know you're not.
I never tried.
So, Mark Flecken, who in the Bundesliga, 4 of his penalties that have been taken against him haven't gone in for whatever reason, not necessarily that he saved them. Well, they've either gone over or hit the bar. Anyway, he's not conceded. First up for Leipzig, Nkunku, scorer of the equaliser. Can he get Leipzig off to a great start in the penalty shootout? Or will it be Mark Flecken who will celebrate? Oh, buried it in the top corner. That is a world-class penalty right there.
Unsafable. Oh.
Next up, Niels Pedersen. A Freiburg stalwart. Boos and whistles, of course, from the opposition fans. Peter Galacci. He stopped one in the cup before from Wout Weghorst. Oh.
Not against Pedersen.
Cucumber cool. Niels Pedersen.
Eiskalt.
It's a long, long, lonely walk to the penalty spot from the halfway line. Willi Orban, who for quite a while was the captain at Leipzig, but then he had that nasty injury a couple of seasons ago. Kept him out. Can he be the hero now and make it 2-1? Oh, he certainly can. Neatly slotted away.
And got a cramp.
And immediately got a cramp. Well, that's the 2 cramping players out.
And 2 goals.
And 2 goals.
Oh, perfect finish.
Kevin Schlotterbeck. the next one up.
No, it's Christian Günther.
Christian Günther, beg your pardon. Put my glasses back on.
Captain, no problem.
So, Captain Christian Günther won this trophy as an under-19. Balloons it over the bar. Oh, a miss from the captain, who's done so much right this season.
Oh, he's disappointed.
He's played every single minute of every single game this season.
Yeah. And look at the reaction from the Leipzig bench. Oh, nervous. Last step a little bit too long, and then the ball goes up.
Dani Olmo, a consummate taker of penalties, scored one, I think, in the semi, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh.
That one's in. Same place as Nkunku, same reaction from the crowds. Another well-struck penalty.
Exactly in the corner. Oh, close to the post. Fantastic quality.
Flecken chose the right way to go.
But too far to the corner.
Now it's Schlotterbeck. Kevin Schlotterbeck needs to score to keep Freiburg in it. Oh, there was a glove on there from Golacci.
Yeah.
Pressure goes back up.
Oh, unlucky Golacci. A little bit too hard for his left or right. Was it his left or right hand?
Benjamin Henrichs making sure that the ground is firm. Has he got it? Yes. Sent his man the wrong way. The goalkeeper dived right, the ball went left. Now, 4 penalties scored. All the pressure. All the weight of every Freiburg fan around the world now lies on the shoulder of the former Leipzig player, Amedin Demirovic. If he misses, Leipzig win the cup. Demirovic against Golacci, off the bar, and Leipzig have the cup. 3rd time's a charm. The woodwork has denied Freiburg so many times this evening, and it's done it again right at the death. That major trophy that Leipzig have been looking for so long. 3 times they've been here, and eventually they will get their hands on the DFB-Pokal. They are the 25th club to win it, and it's heartbreaking for Freiburg and their fans. There are tears. There will be commiserations, but right now the night belongs to Leipzig.
Yeah, and what a comeback to be 10 men down. They score the equalizer. Of course, then you have to think about the key moments. Header on the crossbar, shot on the crossbar.
The save from
the save from Golacci on the post, unbelievable. And respect to Freiburg too. I think Leipzig, the lucky winner, of course, on penalties, but they came strong back.
With 10 men, they've come back, they've got the equaliser, and it's this penalty. That means Leipzig, in their very first cup meeting between these two sides, are victors. They picked Freiburg to fourth place in the Bundesliga, and they've picked them to a first cup win. Now the Freiburg fans, in support of their beaten sides, find their voice one last time. The dream is over for Freiburg for this season. Nico Schlotterbeck so wanted to leave
with a win, of course, with silverware.
Assistant coach Emil Forsberg delighted.
Yeah.
Christopher Nkunku and Leipzig will party long and hard into the night, I'm fairly sure, at long last.
And lots of key moments in the game. So in the end, Gulashi, maybe the key player. And that save in the 104th minute.
And I think between them, Nkunku and Gulashi,
good point.
The key men tonight for Leipzig. Nico Schlotterbeck did massive.
Really well, but they lost the game in the end. Now, great performance from the German international.
Well, he showed some real skill this evening, but so did some of the other players. Nkunku, Soboslai and Olmo both had a big effect when they came on. Leipzig pushed it even further, the fresh legs, although they were down to 10 men.
Yeah, and that was the time for me that Freiburg didn't